Okay, I just wanted to. I had a power cut and that cut me off the live. Um, and what I wanted to do is I wanted to check in and run. I wanted to do a little run through of this morning, um, and my trades and what did and what didn't work out. So I had this sell. I was taken out in profit here on the stop loss, because I was trading based on the mean reversion, because the 5 minute obviously looks like, yeah, I mean, you've got the value area high, and I was targeting the value area low down here. And that was fine. That's not a bad trade. I was happy with it because of the way the big trades were in line, because the buys here were just didn't materialize anything really, and then there was an aggressive sell, and I kind of piggybacked on that, and then put my stop loss behind it pretty quickly. Now I think we're heading down. If we break this level here, we could still be. This could still be a higher time frame break of the level, break of the range, retest, and then higher. But because of how much volume buys were in here that got rejected, I think we're, because that was some big buying in there, or big aggressive buys anyway. So I think that if we break here, where this aggressive buy is, where this big trade is, after this big sell, then that indicates that sellers are back in, that buyers are back in some kind of control, or retaining control, or trying to. And there's a low volume node here as well within this. So really it'd be good to see a close kind of disregarding that, rather than respecting it. For me to take anything here, I want to see a close through the level, because it's quite a high risk trade. Shish kebab. It's interesting. Yes, that's good. So that there is like, well, let's see. We're still finding a bit of resistance here, or we're not. We haven't sailed through it. We haven't closed through it on the 5 minute, which is the kind of time frame that this break and retest looks relevant on. There is that gap in there. the next thing I'm looking for really, because we've broken the value area high. This is the only place where there's any more continuation potential, and I would target the previous daily high. If this isn't something that wants to work out, then then the next alternative scenario is this break of the value area low, a retest and a continuation. So I am in this. I'd like to see some big trades that enable me to remove my risk. Because of the amount of volume up here, the value area has moved as well, so we're now back inside the value area. So we're trading within the original range and not outside of it. And for me, that's like not an ideal scenario. That doesn't really make things valid for me. So I want to see a continuation immediately, or I'm out, because as I say, I'm not. This probably wasn't the best decision to make this trade, and that's okay, because on the daily profile here on TradingView, it's like we're retesting the value area. We broke clean above massive low volume node. We filled that any lower, and we're back inside. But on my profile on MetaTrader, we're already back inside. So it depends. I find the one on MetaTrader more accurate, so I'm therefore going to play as defensive as I can. As soon as this high breaks, I'm going to break even. So I want to see these two wicks here. There it is. Okay, so that's take profit on the NAS100 trade, which is interesting really. That was just a value area low to value area high. I was in a sell here because we broke the value area low, and I was targeting down here, but I was taken out in a small profit because we consolidated here. And I removed my risk because we weren't making a move like, with any kind of momentum. It was just consolidating, and there were some big trade sales that didn't really do anything. So I took my risk off, and then realized, and then as soon as these sales got squeezed, I then took a buy on the basis that was therefore a mean reversion. And we were going to therefore target the top of the range, and the point of control for this is also really high, so that made sense, and that's worked out. This one now. I don't really have high conviction in this because we've broken inside on the other. I'm tempted just to close it as I'm in a small profit rather than wait till it goes to break even. Having said that, we are the trend is bullish and we are in a bullish scenario, so generally speaking, my rule of thumb is that if I break back inside the value area after having a move that breaks one of the value area high or the value area low, I'm then looking for the other side of the high volume area, which is the value area. So if we break out, yeah, there we go. That's me out. If we break out and then come back inside, then generally speaking that's that invalidates taking another long. I'm pleased with this though. This is making a good range for the afternoon, really. Potentially for a trending something instead of a mean reversion something. So yeah, I'm gonna leave Euro US dollar now. If we break these lows here, I'd be interested in potentially a short. If we go higher, we go higher. There isn't a setup for me at the moment. Maybe this is the test of the low volume node for the buyers stepping back in control, and we are going to go higher. Maybe. It's always possible that being as risk averse as I am is costing opportunity on some level, but at the same time it's a lot of the time the difference between being profitable at all and not. Just relative to the story you tell yourself. I just feel so the trades in here are the biggest trades, and they're buys, and there were buys here. So really, to be bearish, this is the level to break. And I think it will happen, but again, there's no use in assuming either way. that's always this is always tempting, but this is based on I mean, based on the fact that we're up for the day, it's kind of potentially worthwhile. Because after a move like that with all those buyers in there, if we do then break them, we're and looking left, we've got I mean, this was wicking a low volume node, and this is also surpassing some big sell orders from before. I don't know. I think this level is significant for buyers. We had a big move up. We're filling our imbalances, but I think if we come lower into this area, we've kind of fallen through too many buys. I'm sensing the desire to leave this one alone now. I don't think it's gonna do anything that's gonna be worth me seeing or tracking. It seems to be. I suppose it's not. It's now not the conditions that it was before. The only thing I could do or that might make some kind of sense would be to put a buy stop there. Because ultimately I do want to be respecting the trend, but I also am not going to ignore what's really happening on the profiles, on the order book. I'm not interested in this. Don't like it. I'm not going to trade it. When I find it's unclear, I move out to the 5 minute. Here it's a little bit more obvious that we've got a low volume node here. We tapped it. I mean, this is just becoming its own balance. Are we breaking our range? Yep. Do we have any big trades? One sell there. Not a lot. May find a range here, or just consolidate here for a while. I'm gonna leave EU alone now for the rest of the morning. The more I look at it, the more I'm tempted to trade something that isn't really showing me anything. I think the thing that I find I lose clarity with at the moment is having profiles that don't match, having mismatching profiles. Getting the volume profiles and seeing different things on each one, different ranges, different areas, it's the value area highs and lows, because they're important for the strategy, for the concept, for the trades, but if they vary on every single profile, it's not always easy to see a decisive range and understand that is the range, and therefore the profile is this, and the value area high and value area low is this. Yeah. I'm going to consider this back inside the value area high now. So there's nothing of interest. Unless we break this high. Even then, really, we want to see a mean reversion now, or a new balance found, wherever it is. Wondering whether we're going to see this. So we've now broken our value area high on our daily profile on NQ on the NAS. So this is interesting. We've got this profile for this range. We've broken the value area high. Got these previous wicks that didn't follow through. This time we've come up here. We've rejected the value area high. We've gone through. We've retested a low volume node. it's making sure you're defining the difference between what is a mean reversion and what is a true break and retest that is going to be, volatile. Because it's London session, I'm thinking we are now going to mean revert and head back down because we've got aggressive sellers and we've not got aggressive buyers. That's just my thinking. If this is brought back down now, it's like we've wicked. So that's quite bearish, really. Yeah, look, we've held that level, so I'm not interested in holding risk on that. I want to see that. I want to see that high broken. So, are we outside of the value area high? Yes. Yes or no? So this is theoretically just testing that low volume node. It was originally that. We are London session. of all this here. So we'd come through the reason why I was struggling with this. I'm still not sure. But the reason why I was struggling with this is because this is quite a strong move. But we've just hit this level and we've just wicked again into it 3 times. We wicked into it 3 times here, wicked into it 3 times here, and it is also the value area high. And then the only big trade is an aggressive, or is a sell. I'm now risk free on this, so that's fine. But then I look at the profile on MetaTrader and the value area high is where this point of control is on my trading view here. So that's suggesting that we've already broken out and this is the retest of the value area high rather than here. But because of this and this together, I'm not comfortable taking a buy. I want to see the true break and retest, which is the break of this, maybe on a buy stop, like there, because otherwise it's and now this was testing the value area high. That's me out of that as well. Break even. It's fine. I do think that if we break this high, there's something going on. 25622.9. Yes. No. Yeah? Oh yeah. Is it? Is it the right time of year? I think we have, haven't we? I think so. Maybe they just want somewhere to hunker down for the winter. I'm gonna leave all of this for this afternoon. I'm done with this morning. I'm